For over 60 years, one helicopter has pretty much defined heavy lift. From the jungles of Vietnam to the mountains of Afghanistan, you see that unmistakable two-rotor silhouette, and you know exactly what it is. So let's dive into the story of the legendary CH-47 Chinook. That phrase just says it all, doesn't it? The Chinook wasn't just designed to be another helicopter. From the very beginning, it was engineered for the absolute toughest jobs in the most unforgiving places on Earth. And for 6 decades, it has lived up to that promise. And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? We live in an age where technology becomes obsolete in a few years, yet the Chinook's basic airframe has been a constant. In this explainer, we're going to break down the brilliant engineering, the constant evolution, and the incredible missions that have made this aircraft a true living legend. Okay, let's start at the very beginning. Because to really understand the Chinook, you first have to understand the problem it was built to solve. So picture this. It's the late 1950s. The U.S. Army has a major problem. Its heavy-lift helicopters were these old, piston-engine machines that were slow, unreliable, and just couldn't keep up on a modern battlefield. The Army needed a serious upgrade, something with powerful new gas turbine engines that was stronger, faster, and could fly a heck of a lot farther. And man, they moved fast. As you can see, Vertel kicked off the concept in '57. Just a few years later, Boeing buys the company and takes over the project. By 1961, that prototype is in the air. And get this, less than 1 year after its first flight, the CH-47A Chinook was officially in service with the U.S. Army. That's an incredible pace. Now, the reason the Chinook is still around today isn't just because it was built tough. It's because its fundamental design was absolutely revolutionary. Okay, so here's the secret sauce. A normal helicopter has one big rotor on top. But that spinning creates something called torque, which tries to spin the whole helicopter body in the opposite direction. That's why they need a tail rotor, just to stay pointed straight. A huge amount of engine power is wasted just on not spinning in circles. The Chinook's design is genius. Its 2 massive rotors spin in opposite directions, so their torque cancels each other out perfectly. This means every ounce of engine power goes into doing just 2 things, creating lift and going forward. And that amazing efficiency translates directly into speed. We're talking 170 knots, which is about 200 miles per hour. That was incredibly fast for a helicopter in the 1960s, and believe it or not, it still makes the Chinook one of the fastest helicopters in the entire U.S. inventory today. But its real claim to fame has always been about pure muscle. It can carry 24,000 pounds of cargo inside its fuselage. So what does that look like? Well, that's enough for a platoon of troops, or a Humvee, or a whole artillery piece, along with its crew and ammo, all loaded right up that famous rear ramp. And it can lift all that weight way up high. With a service ceiling of 20,000 feet, the Chinook can operate in high-altitude mountain ranges where the air is too thin for most other helicopters to even get off the ground. And as we'll see, that capability would prove to be absolutely essential. So, a brilliant design is one thing on paper, but the Chinook truly earned its legendary status in the crucible of war, and that's where we're going next. Just look at the service record. Its first real test was in Vietnam, and it has been a constant presence on the battlefield ever since. It even served on both sides of the Falklands War, which just goes to show you how sought after this aircraft is all over the world. In Vietnam, the Chinook wasn't just helpful, it was a total game changer. Its ability to sling-load heavy artillery guns and place them on remote mountaintops gave U.S. forces a massive tactical edge. It became the lifeline for these isolated fire bases, bringing in tons of supplies and getting the wounded out. But one of its most important jobs was being the battlefield's tow truck. And this number is just mind-blowing. During the Vietnam War, Chinooks recovered over 11,500 other downed aircraft. Think about that. This saved what would be over $3 billion in today's money. But maybe more importantly, it kept valuable technology and intelligence from falling into enemy hands. Now, the Chinook that flew over Vietnam is a very different machine from the one flying today. The real secret to its incredible longevity is a history of constant, smart upgrades. You can really see its whole life story right here. The A model was the original that proved the concept. The B and C models got more powerful engines. The D model in '82 was a massive leap forward, modernizing the entire fleet. Today's F model is a fully digital aircraft, and the brand new Block 2 upgrades are making it even stronger so it can lift the next generation of military vehicles. all this evolution has also created some highly specialized variants. So, on the one hand, you have the standard CH-47F, that's the Army's heavy lift backbone, but then you have the MH-47G. This is the custom-built version flown by the elite Night Stalkers. It's packed with special gear like an in-flight refueling probe and advanced terrain-following radar, all designed to let it fly deep behind enemy lines in total darkness, completely undetected. But the Chinook's story doesn't end with the military. Its unique skills make it an absolutely invaluable tool for civilian and humanitarian missions all around the world. Seriously, the Chinook's non-military resume is incredible. When a natural disaster strikes, it's one of the first aircraft in, delivering life-saving supplies. When wildfires burn, it becomes an aerial firefighter, dropping thousands of gallons of water with pinpoint accuracy. It performs daring high-altitude rescues and has even helped with space programs. It really is the ultimate multi-tool with rotors. And its story is far from over. I want you to just think about this for a second. The U.S. Army expects the Chinook to still be flying past the year 2060. That's a 100-year service life for a military aircraft. That is almost unheard of, and it's just a stunning testament to the brilliance of its original design and the success of its upgrades. So when it's all said and done, what's the big takeaway here? For over 60 years, the Chinook has answered every call, lifted every burden, and overcome every single obstacle thrown its way. It's an icon of aviation, a symbol of endurance, and it just makes you wonder, what challenge will this incredible machine conquer next?